One jump right into 'em, man. 74 million streams on its second day. GNX has 74 million streams on its second day. Let's talk about it. We gotta talk about this, people, man. I need people to jump on. Hopefully you guys are having a great day on Sunday. Hopefully you guys are, being productive, getting ready for whatever the week has in store. Shout out to everybody that, celebrate Thanksgiving. If you do celebrate Thanksgiving, and you're going to be with your loved ones, man, embrace that, love on that. Some people don't have to wait till Thanksgiving to celebrate with their loved ones, and that's a great thing too. But I'm not here to be politically correct. I'm here to be an angel's advocate. Now, 74 million streams and on his second day is impeccable. I'm still kind of confused on why everybody is like still mad at Kendrick Lamar. Like, and if they're not mad at Kendrick Lamar, I'm not going to necessarily say they're hating on Kendrick Lamar, because we use the word hate too excessively. Like, we use that word hate as if it's the most powerful word to downplay a person, or like to talk down on a person, or to get the leverage up on a person. So I'm not going to say everybody's hating on Kendrick Lamar. Some people that really don't listen to Kendrick Lamar, and that's fine. All I'm saying is this. If you listen to the album, GNX, if you listen to the album, it's a well-balanced album. It's a well-balanced album. I feel like he has his West Coast style, of course. He has his lyrical, I can rap style. Like, and let's be clear, I'm not saying that West Coast rappers can't rap. Me being from the East Coast, I feel like we want to hear, ooh, yo, like, I'm an East Coast guy, so I want to hear, most of us, we want to hear that, yo, you heard him? Woo! You know how when you listen to a rapper and he's saying something so ill, you like you want to have that ugly face, like, oh my God, like, that's what we're used to. So I'm not saying that West Coast rappers are not spitters. I'm just saying East Coast rappers, that's what we like to hear. We want to hear you spit, right? And he has that on his album. He has that type of music on his album. I mean, even if you listen to, like, I feel like it was a tribute to Nas, One Mic. All I need is one mic. I feel like, what was that song on that album, on Kendrick Lamar album? Because he kind of like used that kind of like sample. Do. Was it called Man in the Garden? I deserve it. Man in the Garden. He's spitting. He's giving you lyrical content. Now, I feel like the one song, Reincarnated, he's spitting, he's giving lyrical content, but it's more of a, that West Coast sound. And I like it. I actually love it, as a matter of fact. He has that I feel like he has that Eminem, Tupac, Nas in him. First, he has that Kendrick Lamar spirit first. He has that Kendrick spirit first. Then he has that Tupac, that Nas, that Eminem in him. And I feel like it's a well-balanced album. I haven't heard a well-balanced album. And what I mean by balance, I'm talking about giving you a bunch of different flavors to listen to. Sometimes a person that give you the same style all the way through. They will give you that same aura through the whole album. I haven't heard a well-balanced album in a while. I didn't say I didn't hear a well-balanced album or never heard a well-balanced album. I'm just saying in a while. I haven't heard a well-balanced album in a while. And I feel like Kendrick Lamar has done it. And we also have to understand this, right? Kendrick Lamar took out the machine, y'all. He took the machine out. Do I feel like Drake can make another hit song? No. I don't think Drake can make another hit song by himself. Let's rephrase that. I don't think Drake can make another hit song by himself. He took out the machine. And I feel like people are upset with that. Do I like Drake? Yes. Do I like his music? Yes. Am I a fan of Drake's? Yes. I'm just calling it a spade a spade. Drake was never fully hip hop to me. He wasn't a hip hop artist to me. Drake was always to me. Drake to me was never a real hip hop artist. He was more of a hip hop artist. HIP, POP. That's to me. He was never a real hip hop head to me. Now, Drake gave you that. He gave you, feel good music. He can rap too. Let's be clear. Drake can spit. But I feel like his overall rap career was more hip hop than hip hop. And he was never the king of hip hop. He was the king of hip hop. I never looked at Drake as the greatest hip hop artist ever or the greatest hip hop artist. I felt like, he was probably the best at what he was doing in his lane, but I never say he was the greatest though, or the best, like overall hip hop artist, especially when you got ghostwriters. Now people say things like, well, Kendrick Lamar, he had writers too. He had people writing for him. Or I heard people say, well, if you look at co-writers, it's a difference when you tell me, we was in the same studio session, and I put some words together for Kendrick Lamar. He had writer's block, as opposed to saying, I wrote this whole verse for Kendrick Lamar. I wrote 50% of the song for Kendrick Lamar. I have to stop it here. And when we speak about Lil Wayne, right? I feel like Lil Wayne would be a better match. See, y'all got to remember, right? In order to beat Drake, you have to make a better song. In order to beat Drake, you have to make a hit record. You can't beat Drake with lyrical content. You have to make, and what I mean by like just spitting, like you can't be. I think that's where Meek went wrong. He tried to. He didn't go. All right. He didn't go wrong. Meek didn't go wrong by doing what the hip hop culture is looking for. He didn't go wrong by doing what the hip hop culture was looking for. Oh, you want to battle? Let's battle. That's how we gonna do this. If you want to battle, let's battle. And battling does not mean you make a hit song. It doesn't mean you make a hit song. You drop your lyrics and you pick a beat, an old beat, original beat, and you start dropping lyrics. That's it. Now, if somebody told me, yo, bro, you were supposed to drop a song, bro. Like back to back is that's not considered a battle record. Like that's a hit record where he's talking shit about you. Now, if Meek went against that, then I can say, damn, that's where he went wrong. If somebody gave Meek the blueprint, I would say that's where he went wrong. But I do believe in a battle, Meek would have this. If Drake wanted to battle Meek like the original battling, like, okay, I'm picking some beats, old beats, original beats, and I'm just going in on you, and I'm not making it as a song, Meek would have destroyed him. And see, with Kendrick Lamar, that's what Kendrick Lamar did. What Kendrick Lamar did was say, okay, I'm going to make a hit record, and I'm going to drop some lyrical content on you with original beats. I'm going to be creative. I'm going to have substance. I'm going to really, really say some shit to you that you can't get away from. And for me, I feel like he destroyed them. Like it's over. Now, I stand to be corrected, but I just don't think Drake can make another hit song by himself. I just don't think so. And what I mean by himself is like no crazy features. Like you can't do what you're used to doing. You can't go to Atlanta and go find 21 Savage, go find Future, Little Baby. You can't do it. It's gonna look funny style. It's gonna look funny style if you try to jump on a song with somebody that you're not used to. Like, I don't know. Imagine Drake doing a song with Da Baby. I'm not saying that it can't pop, but I'm just saying, like, imagine doing a song with some old school rappers like Jadakiss and all of them. Shit, you better off doing a song with Fabulous. That'll be a good look. Go back to the essence of it. You know what I'm saying? Go grab Fabulous. That'll be a good look. Or you better off doing a song with the old Young Money. Do a reunion. You might can get you, but like I said, you can't. You got to do a song by yourself. You can't make a hit on your own. You can't. I don't think he's gonna be able to make a hit on his own. I think Kendrick Lamar destroyed that. It's over. I think Kendrick Lamar got him out the clear. He better off grabbing Young Money and teaming up and going at Kendrick Lamar like that. Facts. Lil Wayne would have been a great battle too. 10 years ago. 15 years ago. Not 15 years ago. But 10 years ago, then what was that, 2015? Somewhere around there. Anywhere between 10 to 15 years ago, Kendrick Lamar when did Kendrick Lamar come out? Like 2012, right? Somewhere around there? Came out like around 2012. And 12, 11 or 12. That would have been a good battle then. But as far as like, he can't he can't battle Kendrick Lamar, yo. Even even though the wordplay would be hot, and I don't think it would be considered outdated. I just don't think he can't keep up with Kendrick Lamar. He can't keep up with Kendrick Lamar right now. First of all, you got to get off of drugs, sir. That alone will hurt you. And the way Kendrick Lamar be putting these words together on some Scrabble, all right, boom, boom, boom. All right, he will destroy him on that alone. He will destroy him on that alone. So I just don't see, it's too much going on, man. But I love it. I love hip hop. I've been a hip hop head since I started to become a hip hop head like around 10 years old, 11 years old. And what I mean by that is like I'm really listening. My favorite rap artist in the 80s, I was born in the 80s. So my favorite rap artist in the 80s when I started to like really get in tune with hip hop was Cool G Rap. That was my favorite rap artist. I'm 43 years old. That was my favorite rap artist. You know what I'm saying? So now, of course, the masses is going to say Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, LL Cool J. But my favorite rap artist in the 80s was Cool G Rap. That was my favorite rap artist in the 80s. And then going into the 90s, which I feel like was the best era of hip hop. Sheesh. Nas is my overall favorite rap artist of all time. He's my overall favorite rapper of all time. Nas have done things in the game that I have never seen done before. I don't want to get far in tune with it. However, like rapping backwards, I've never seen a rapper rap backwards. Nas created a song called Rewind, where he's actually rapping backwards. That is impressive to me, right? Substance, content, right? You got another song called I Gave You Power by Nas, where he actually put himself, he rapped as he put himself as a gun. Like the lyrical content behind that, the substance, where he was tired of being used. He was tired of killing people. He was tired of being thrown away. The metaphor behind that, the similes behind that was impressive to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I could keep going with Nas and could tell you why he is like the greatest of all time. The battle with Jay-Z and the things that he had to do with Jay-Z. So the battle that he had to do with Jay-Z and how he had to first tear down his own team, go against his own hood, go against his own borough. Like it's amazing. So yes, Nas, but then again, Pac is the most influential rapper that I've ever heard of. He's the most. He gave you pain. He gave you hope. Let me get this guy out here, man. Cause I mean I don't care about. I don't care about. All right, there we go. So for me, you know, Pac was one of those guys that, like, he was so intelligent, just as well as Nas. Intelligent rapper, great background. He come from the Black Panthers. People would say Tupac was like contradicting himself a lot, but I feel like we all contradict ourselves a lot. We all have shortcomings. We all have this way about us where we try to figure things out and we get caught up in our desires, right? And it's like you do the best that you can. However, depending on what state of mind that you in, depending on where you're at in life, depending on what you're doing at the time, he had something to talk about. And that's what made me love Pac so much, where I will put Pac over Nas in the sense of Pac not being the greatest rapper of all time, but I felt him on a different level. Then I could go to, oh, and just to let y'all know, like I got lost so many pairs, shed so many tears on my arm, you can't even see it. You know what I mean? Me against the world. It was just, I guess it's deep. I don't want to take it there, but in the 90s, you had Mobb Deep. I was a big Prodigy fan. A huge Prodigy fan. Now, don't get me wrong. I was a fan of other people as well, but these are the guys that I just love the most. So in the 90s, Prodigy was my shook ones. Like, Queen, like, they just had a language that I'm like, you shook, because ain't no such things as halfway. I'm like, yo, where do shook come from? Yo, that's fire. That's fire. So Prodigy, Noriega, Jadakiss, Styles, Beanie Siegel, Fabulous. They were going to like towards the end of the 90s. And if you want to say early 2000s, I'm going to say like, you know, I'm still going to add those guys in because they came in. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mayor. But if you want to go towards the end of the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they're going into the 2000s. You got Jeezy, 50, Lloyd Banks, Kanye West, T.I., Rick Ross, Lil Wayne. You got a few other people that I could say that was like lit. I'm just thinking like of people off the top of the dome, but Kendrick Lamar is bringing back that feel. Like, you got to rap now. You got to rap. If you're not rapping, I love the drill music to a certain degree. I love the swag music. I love feel good music. But I don't love it more than hip hop. Facts. I don't love it more than hip hop. So I'm about to go in, man, but I'll talk to y'all later, man. I appreciate the love and support. This is just a regular conversation with a regular person, no gimmicks behind it. Man, I just appreciate y'all for subscribing. For those who did subscribe, I appreciate y'all for just being around, man, and being a part of the community, man. Shout out to y'all, man. B. McFly, top motivator in the world and your sober messenger. Let's go.